Alright, this is Sev, and we're on Loop Hero. So I played a bunch of this in the demo, and so I'm not completely new to it, but we're going to watch all the intros and all the cutscenes, even though I've seen them, because you all have not. And I will not spoil anything. The stars in the sky are going out, one by one. But no one notices it, and no one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it is too late. And got a guy in the sky with space literally dropping on the land. And through a mansion. Sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. Well, that looks like a Lich, if I ever seen one. And even if there is absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. A place without space, without time, without memories. I did put in to skip the tutorial. So, there's nothing here right now. We're alone in the darkness. This is our build menu. We're going to start off with the campfire, but this is everything that we can build up through. Everything that branches off is something that we can build up to. We have like lumberjack, bridges, alchemist tent, forest, wood camps. Right now, lowly campfire, right in the middle of nowhere. By building that, which consumed our wood and rock that we had, we can go on expedition. So click on it and see what it does. We restore 20% of our max HP upon entering the campfire tile, and that's relevant for the expedition. Now, I can go in here, adjust these, but we're not going to adjust anything for the first run. We're going to let everything play out. We are the warrior class in chapter 1. Enemies have 1 or no abilities, start at low strength, they gain 2% strength per loop, and we can only collect 10 of each resource. Now 10 is whole stacks, which I'll get into when we get in game. We're the warrior class, we don't have any benefits or disadvantages, but we are very durable, and it is not lying about that. But our class feature is we gain 2% damage for each second of the fight, so durability is key. So, durability, the longer we go, the more damage we do. We like long fights against bosses.
You're basically the Hulk.
Yes. So, our base class stats is damage, damage all, regeneration, vampirism, which is lifesteal. We do hit, we do damage, we get life back. Attack speed, counterattack after being attacked, chance to evade, and defense to reduce damage we take. Down here we can see what item slots we got. We have a weapon, a ring, shield, and body armor. And then these are all of our tiles, which we'll go over when we're in game. Those will take too long. This path, everything's wrong, but I remember. Really? Looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. Yeah, I really don't. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I'm the worst savior of all. Let's do it.
So he's having an existential crisis and sort of a pessimist at the same time.
Yep. But notice, they are left-handed too. Wow, our first piece of gear is a rare armor. With life, magic damage, regen per second, and a little bit of vampirism.
Hacks.
And it doesn't matter how much vampirism that you have, you'll always get 1 life, no matter what. So early on, just that little bit of vampirism's good. But regen's arguably better because regen continues even when you're walking around. Alright, so we got meadows, which at the start of each day, which at the top here, progress of the day, it'll go out through after, a section of tiles. Every loop's about 3-4 days. We will gain, every day we get 2 HP. Spiders, Spawn spires on all adjacent tiles. A spire spawns every day. Oblivion, it deletes something off the face of the map. Well, for spiders, let's put them on a spot where we can get a bunch spawning. So let's go here. So we get collection of spires on these 2 tiles. And we'll hold on to the meadows for now because we don't need the HP regen. Alright, so we got a weapon. Has onto our base damage and a shield for defense. That one does less. We scroll over them, they do 3 damage. Hey, evasion. Roughly a 10% chance to just dodge.
We also got another sword.
Yeah. They're all low tier, so they're not going to do much more than our axe. Which, they're all lower. But we have a vampire mansion. So what the vampire mansion does is adds vampires to battles on all adjacent tiles.
You can put it in that top square and get like a ton of them.
Yep. We're going to add them to all of our spider fights in this tile.
Oh, that's brutal.
Which... No, we could have put our stuff in better spots, but I'm kind of expecting that we're going to get more items, hopefully, that we can place. Like a cemetery. Vampires like to rule our cemeteries. So this shield, it has better defense and damage to all. Oh, I have it set to where the game pauses every time we pass the campfire. That's for when we get a different class. Because I have watched other people play and have played. So mountain. Let's pile this up over here. Mountains they give us HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. Which it doesn't do much now. Okay, so our first meet with the vampire. Back off, human. Vampire, where are you? Where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. No more lands, no more flock. Only hundreds of years of emptiness.
Man, everybody here just needs a hug.
Are you sure you want to hug that?
I mean...
Come on, give him a kiss.
Don't judge a book by its cover, bro. That's prejudice or some shit. I don't know.
100 years of hunger. And he
So-
recomposes. Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep my head straight. Also, he's going crazy. He's been starving for, like, centuries.
So we need a hug and a sandwich.
Maybe a bottle of wine. Typo negative.
Classy.
What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick, but you cannot trick my hunger. Demands a share, every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. I'm too weak, but you can help me, and I will set this crumbled world right. Well, there is a spider right there you could eat, my dude. You may not like it, but...
Should they technically have blood?
Yeah. Or, you know, you can wait for the spider to capture something and... Well, besides me. Not just for myself, but for everyone in the name of good. So be grateful for my hard work and just let me bleed you dry. Yeah, that's not happening. But he inflicts... Let me pause real quick. He inflicts vampirism to everything. So everything heals 10% of the damage they deal in the fight. So you gotta be careful what you pair with them, because hard-hitting enemies are going to heal a lot.
Brutal.
But in this world, the vampires owned lands and actually helped settlements. They weren't all evil. Vampires often owned our lands, and they kept the peace and helped our settlements prosper. Now they're just pale shadows of former selves, both physically and mentally. Apparently the blood of other creatures can't sustain them.
I mean, honestly, if I was hungry enough, I guess I need another dude.
They'd probably eat a lot of things when you get hungry. But apparently passing time for them has felt like hundreds of years. I mean, the world's basically been obliterated everything, time, space, matters kind of out the window. He wasn't joking about the hunger. Even the creatures that stand near him are imbued with the power to devour someone else's life. Yeah, so he inflicts it on everyone too.
So this is like a Thanos snap kind of situation.
I'm not going to reveal the plot. Because I've kind of played enough to know what's going on. Alright, we're out of time. Battlefield. Yes. So battlefields, at the start of each loop, so every time we pass the campfire, they spawn a chest that we get to loot. Ooh, spiders. So let's get another set of spiders over here. And right here. That way the spiders don't accumulate too much in any one spot. And let's continue working on our rock pile over there. Nothing new. Let's continue. Alright. And the importance of putting the chests in the beginning is they contain upgrade gear for the current loop. Like, there's a tier 3 ring. Magic damage and defense? Heck yeah. Which, something I learned is undead have... That's a much better sword. Vampirism and, like, triple the damage.
Oh, free here, though.
Yep. But magic damage pierces through some passive DR that enemies have, particularly undead. If you just have straight up physical damage, you don't do a ton to some of the undead. Because they have like a 60 or 80% damage reduction to raw physical. So unless you're doing a ton, you only do some.
Looks like you got a sword.
Tier 4. It does even more. And gives us attack speed. But we lose our vampirism. Granted, I don't think our life is much of an issue right now. Considering that we...
so much more manly.
Yeah, that too.
Not that I have any idea what gender this thing is, because it is a very feminine looking dude.
But not.
You good girl.
There's technicalities that will come up later as we explore. Wow, that's a much better shield. It'll almost triple the defense and gives us the counter ability. Yep.
Your armor. Holy crap, look at that armor.
And then the armor gives us double vampirism and almost quadruple health. Yes, please. And we're just going to keep building our rock pile.
She's a tanky old girl, you gotta respect her.
I mean, she's a warrior. That's what the warrior's all about. Just smacking the... Wow, we're getting a bunch of stuff. Okay. So, beacon. It allows us to move faster and everything to attack faster. Not really something that you want to pair with enemies. So, we'll put that down here, just so we can get through this section faster. Then, let's get some spires right before the beginning. And continue with our rock pile. I'm actually going to start putting meadows down over here. And the reason I'm putting things in this order is because I know how some things interact already, so I'm kind of cheating in that regards.
I mean, when are you not? It's like Coach always used to say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
It's only cheating if you get caught.
Well, that's what his kid used to say.
Yeah. Where do we want to throw down the vampire mansion? No. We're going to make this place a very mean spot. Spiders with the vampires and then blood clots with vampires. Which we'll get to the blood clots here in just a bit. Another mansion. Yeah.
stick with the theme, you might as well just stick them up there with the other mansions.
Yep. Let's throw a mansion here too. Spiders with vampires. I mean, spiders die fast enough, as long as we can hit them, that is. That's not that big of a deal. Evasion and vampirism. Yeah, we'll take the new one.
You don't get your ring slots?
No, we get these 4 gear slots. Different classes get different slots of gear.
Can you get rid of the gear? Because it looks like you're running out of room.
Oh, I didn't click this. So, as we cycle through gear, they actually become these scrap metal shards. And once we get enough of those become a whole resource node. Which, once we do that, oh, this is a new weapon. Actually, counter compared to damage all, counter evasion. No, I like our sword better. But you see how I took off the magic damage and it takes a while to beat the vampire now? Yeah. That's the advantage of magic damage.
Well, that does add magic damage, but you'd lose defense.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah, this is a stacked fight. A bunch of spiders and a vampire.
When you heal.
Yeah. I'm actually going to pause after this. There we go. Treasury. Ooh. So, we're going to plop the treasury right here.
Are you eventually going to be able to head out there? Is that why you're putting all that crap out there?
No. Okay, so we got enough stones to where they came together and made a preserved rock. And that's a resource I can use in camp. So it's every 10 or every 20, it depends on the resource, becomes a whole item. You collect pieces of it. But this... So, the treasury, as we plant stuff next to it, it gives random resources for anything adjacent. But the treasury itself cannot be built adjacent to anything. Which is...
So you gotta stick it somewhere and then build around it.
Yeah. Which is kind of its downside. But I need one more rock. Or, yeah, one more regular rock. And then we'll start filling everything in around it. And you'll see why I've been waiting off on that. But we may not be able to complete this run for too long. Oh, we got some groves.
Is it getting too hard?
Yeah, we're below half-life. I kind of set it up to where the vampires are really taking their toll. But defense, attack speed, counter. Actually, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna lose out on some vampirism, but we're not getting too much from it anyway.
Holy crap.
That's one of the reasons why I like vampires. They give you a lot of gear.
Oh,
But-
passive regen.
Yeah. But that's giving up defense. But it gives us evasion. Evasion means we don't get hit. Shield, more evasion for the same, for one less defense, and we get attack speed. So yeah, I'll go with that. So we're sitting at 20 evasion, some attack speed, and counter. So counter, when we get hit, this blue bar that keeps filling up, that indicates when we attack, will immediately stop and we just attack. So see how it stopped there before it got to the end. If you get a bunch of counter, you don't even need attack speed because you'll just instantly start countering everything.
You're actually attacking significantly faster now.
Oh yeah, that's your 16. In the demo, I had a build where I had 80% attack speed. It was ridiculous.
You did also get another sword.
Yes. Oh, I didn't. As I look away. Yeah, we don't want that. The regen's nice, but
Well, it does
actually,
more damage, though, doesn't it?
hold on. We don't care about the counter anymore because we cycled away from that, and this gives regen. So yeah, we actually want that now. But the weapon cycling out all those shards became a stable metal, which we need for camp. Oh, there we go. A regular rock. So now, a 3x3 of rocks or mountains become a mountain peak.
Oh crap! There's a lot of resource.
Yep. And that gives us these noticeable changes. So anytime a resource on the map goes from one thing like this meadow, and we change it to a blooming meadow, it'll give us one of these items of noticeable change. And 20 of those becomes an orb of metamorphosis, which is handy. So let's go ahead and start activating all of those.
Making some money now.
Yep. I don't know if anywhere we really want to put the beacon in the middle, because it makes enemies attack faster. So let's just put it over here. Oh, it gave me a scrap metal. Okay, I never put a beacon by a treasure, so I had no idea what it actually give me. But generally, they give you a similar resource to what you put next to it. But meadows give rations. The mountains give rocks, which rocks are really easy to get. One of the hardest things to get is wood, from what I've seen. But that was in beta. It's no longer beta. Alright, let's continue. We don't have... Okay. This is why we keep Oblivions. Goblin camps. Spawns goblin on adjacent tile once a day. Appears for every 10 mountains or rock tiles. Oh. There's a bug. It's kind of cut off there. Mountain... Nothing. Octiles. Yeah. Goblins suck. Goblins attack fast, buff each other when they die, and will murder you. There are reasons to keep them later, but no. We're not going to. Let's pause after this. That's a cemetery. Go ahead and put you just some random spot. Let's get a rock up here. So by filling everything around a treasury, you empty it out, you get a ton of bonus resources. But it becomes an empty treasury, and the gargoyles that protect it, there's nothing for them to protect anymore, and now they'll start invading your pathway once every 3 days. A gargoyle will come. And it can be on any space. So like this 3 spider, it can join that. Which in the demo I had a thing where it was a blood golem, a vampire, a gargoyle, a harpy, and a wolf. And it was just nasty. But we've got another treasury. So let's go ahead and plop that down. Oh, we got a new shield too. Defense, damage to all, 5. Defense, no, not good. Well, not good enough. But this is kind of expected. We're not going to get very many runs through, because we don't have a camp build up, we don't have anything meta. We're kind of expecting not to get very far. That doubles the regen. No. We need the attack speed and evasion. Let's go ahead and pump this up. Bunch of roadside lanterns. So lanterns are really good at reducing enemies. So up to 5 enemies can be on any individual tile. Row lanterns decrease that by 1, and they stack. So we can decrease that again if we want, but spires aren't that big of a threat. But we will stack them over here, where our vampires like to spawn. The question is, could we get around again? I don't think so. No. I could get. What are you doing up there? Yeah, she's just gonna lay down. I don't think we can because now we got the blood clots and they hurt. So we'll go ahead and retreat back to our camp. If you retreat while you're on your campfire tile on the map, you get to keep everything, and we kind of want to do that right now. And there's people that have inconveniently put up tents in random locations. I can't believe it. Hey everybody, the boy has managed to return. Survivors, this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. These people see only a small part of what's left of the group. Are only a small part of what's left of the group, I think. You're not sure? Well, we're not sure. We reached that conclusion because of the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. Yeah. So if this was D&D, this is I'm going to kick myself. Classic false Hydra. Extra belongings, rations. It's a fun monster to use on a party that's not expecting it. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone knows, have never even been with us. It's like we forgot them. You forgot? Exactly. It's like people disappear every day and we instantly forget they even existed. Almost as if we forgot the place we came from, and our families, and maybe even ourselves. False Hydra. My name is Yoda. That's the part I still remember. Nobody else's memory is in much better shape. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But wait, you said that I'd managed to return. That means you remember I was here. Like, yes, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't wander around this emptiness anymore. There's a campfire and a few sleeping bags here. Real luxury in these dark times. Oh, with everything destroyed, yeah, pretty much. Of course. Oh, of course. I'd be grateful if we could team up. I want to restore everything. I've begun to remember the world as it was before. But there's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remembering the world? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted. Sleep deprived.
Take a nap, woman.
Right? But we'd be glad if you could help us, and we'd be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to go with you. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. That's no such thing for now. For now. Eventually we will, apparently, from the sounds of it. I just want to have a place to return to. A place where I can hear other people's voices. Okay. We're joking around about helping you. Here are a few things that survived the cataclysm and don't vanish away. Can't be forgotten. Take them, you might need them. Some resources. Wood, stone, and food. Okay, so let's see what we can build. We can build a field kitchen. So when we got passed by the campfire, that's another 10% of our max health that we heal. And unlocks the blood growth card, which is a very good card. We're short on food to get the herbalist hut, but that gives us potions and unlocks the swamp. And we're short of the smithy. But to get the gymnasium, we need an herb hut and the field kitchen. So let's go ahead and build what we can so we can stay out longer. And build the field kitchen. But which way do we want to build? It doesn't really seem to matter. One way or another, we're sitting next to one of the tents. So let's just build this way. Nice scar. Do you know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by a good cook is tastier.
Also, apparently, scars.
Yeah, more kitchen accidents. You're waiting for something more elaborate? Well, does that make him a good cook or a bad cook if he has more kitchen accidents? Maybe he just has bad help.
Maybe he's just a slow learner.
Something. Sometimes the truth is very simple. Yeah. Yeah, no, simple truth. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, and a couple of knives. A bucket of potatoes, 3 onions, and some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. Please tell me you have salt and pepper. Give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table, following the tasty smell of good stew. Also probably because you have the only food that's available in miles.
Either that or they're gonna run to him for medical attention.
Got his own finger off.
Burned my other eye off, guys. Don't worry about it. Stew's pretty good. Just let me know if you find an eyeball.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and do one more expedition so that's so short, and we're going to start modifying the deck. We're going to add the Blood Grove. I'm going to take the beacon out because I don't like it. It speeds you up, but it makes everyone attack faster, which is generally very bad for you. And I'm going to get rid of the road lanterns. I don't want them. Yeah. Let's go. Do one more, then we'll call the episode off. Hopefully we can get a sword early on. Or an axe! An axe works. A better sword and some body armor. Wow. And an early grove. Dang. Now that's a starting hand. And the first day's not even up, so we can actually get spiders to spawn right away. Okay. Let's set a grove up here. And let's get spiders spawning here. Yeah. That seems like a great spot. Then, let's see here. A 3x3 on the outside. Sure. Another grove. Yeah, we'll put that there. Then... okay. Yeah, we'd be able to. And have this resource tab down. So Walk My Groves gives you wood, which is part of the reason why groves are so good, is it's probably the best way to get wood. And an early treasury. Wow. Okay, so let's plop you down right there. Wow. Spiders. Let's start spreading enemies out a little bit. Let's put you over here. Rather to have the raw defense. That way we can endure just a bit more. Get a rock out. And get some defense from the shield. Now let's go. I don't really care about the armor upgrade or not. Oh, so the slimes have a 5% chance to spawn on any given tile. As just every tile. Okay, cemetery. Let's put you... let's put you on this corner. We could definitely use it with a better weapon, because we don't kill enemies very fast. Also, some regen would help. Or at least a smidgen of vampirism. Or tripling our defense. Tripling defense seems rather good.
Still not convinced you're not hacking.
Oh my god. I don't blame you. I got a second treasury. Already. Okay. I'm gonna pause really quick.
What happens when you get another treasury? This is nuts.
Oh, there's gonna be so many resources. So I actually found out from a different person on YouTube that no matter how you make the mountain, it doesn't matter what you put together. The bonus, you keep everything that you put into the mountain. So it doesn't matter what you use to build it. But I think it does matter what you put around it, because the mountain gives 5% for rocks or mountains. Which, you can just put rocks around it and get a +5, where you normally would. Where rocks normally only get +2 for being around things. So I think that part is important. And we'll place these blooming meadows down to get some additional regen per day. More mountains. Let's... Uh-oh. That's 10, and I just spawned a goblin camp like an idiot. Put this in the corner. We'll put you in the corner over here, where we have nothing. Just so we can get some vampire battles from random slimes. Got a mountain, nothing good. You know, I like some upgraded gear. Namely a sword or an axe.
Are you really allowed to complain at this point?
I just want a weapon. But we're going to obliterate that. I am going to put this over here, though. There's the blood grove. That up there. That up. Okay. So I put the blood grove up there for what the blood grove does. You no longer have to fully kill enemies. The blood grove will consume them. Consume any enemy that gets down to 15% life. So you don't have to kill them anymore. Oh, arm upgrade.
Will it consume you if you get too low?
It will attempt to ensnare you, but it won't kill you. You can break out of it. That is some upgrades. There's regen and evasion, which we very much need. And that's a better armor. Then battlefield. And more spiders. More spiders over here. So I'm kind of pairing the vampire with free chests. Got another grove. Because the vampire's life leech doesn't matter if you're fighting a chest. They don't hit back. Unless they're a mimic. But we have no magic damage, so skeletons take a bit to kill. Let's go ahead and hit up a grove here. With the blood grove, get that going. You know what? Let's just fill this in.
Looks like you got a ring. Holy crap.
Yep.
And an armor.
Yep. Attack speed, counter, and vampirism with similar health. Yep. Regen, evasion, vampirism. Counter, regen, vampirism. No, we want the evasion. And we still don't have a weapon. We're on loop 3 with a loop 1 sword. I'm not going to put any of these other things down until we get something better to put in its spot. Because this has taken 5-6 hits to kill a rat wolf, which is really, really bad.
Just man up and punch it.
That's basically what we're doing at this point. We're just smacking with the back of our hand because his weapon doesn't do anything. We're just hitting them with the hilt. The vines are really helping out because that's the last bit of HP we don't have to possibly hit twice through. Spiders. It's a tier 2. It's not tier 3. It's not tier 4. But it's a tier 2. I'll take it.
Better than what you had.
It is. And we'll go ahead and place both of these and those. Just to clear them out of the inventory. Well, I'm holding on to some in case we get another treasury, so we can try and plop that down right away. Oh, this is our first goblin, because one came out before we got to destroy it. Stop! Where did these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. So only we get to remember things and imagine things into existence. That's kind of selfish.
We remembered ourselves. That's
We remembered ourselves.
It's a very goblin thing to say, but the words are too big.
Right? Don't give us all you got. We remembered ourselves. Don't give us all your money. You have no idea what's going on, right? I don't think they care.
I mean...
You're asking goblins to restore order to the world and then do anything they want. When they can just do whatever they want right now.
Right, you're also talking to goblins. Just the fact that the goblins are capable of speech is already more than what you would normally expect from goblins.
No, goblins no goblinoid. Even though they don't have words for, like, peace or treaties.
Muggers. And you know what muggers gotta do?
They mug people.
They mug people.
So, let's go mug them. Goblin must rob. No other order in this world, which is very goblin.
You can't argue with that logic.
See, even we don't have a valid objection.
Right. I mean, muggers gotta mug.
Oh, apparently we came up with one last second. Basically, I don't want to be mugged. But that's not a valid objection to a mugger. Oh!
Damn, son.
There's our weapon. And damage all. I will take that massive damage increase.
A mace to the face does wonders.
Indeed it does. And now we two-shot a harpy. It's not strange. They told you what happened. They remembered themselves.
You know, I'm actually under the impression that you're the cruel god that's just messing with this poor thing. Like, you're rooting for her to, like, successfully make the loop, but you're also like,
well,
how would you like to just be utterly screwed?
Well, the people at camp said him. Said the boy's back.
Oh, so you are a dude.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm sorry. I don't know how to break it to you, son, but you're kind of a girl.
Alright. Maybe we think creatures appeared here on their own. Maybe it means everything is actually not so bad, and the world is trying to restore itself.
No, my theory, I think, is still better. You're a cruel god that is toying with this poor boy?
I mean, we technically summoned them by making a lot of mountains. We made their home by restoring the mountains and then we immediately obliterated their camp. That is what happened. We let one escape and destroyed their entire settlement. We are a cruel god.
Definitely going with the god theory here.
Or that even the apocalypse isn't enough to get rid of some pests. I mean, that's not wrong either. Goblins are kind of pests. Now we two-shot ratlings that took us 5 to 6 shots before. Oh, this is so much better. Let's put another grove there. Another Oblivion. A good spot for the cemetery? Sure, right there on the corner. Hey, it's our first harpy.
No, there was a harpy hanging out with the goblin. She just didn't have anything to say.
Oh, it's because we initiated the, Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't paying attention that much. I was more focused on the, whole goblin interaction. We remembered ourselves. I think we already met. No. Just no.
Well, if you insist.
What do you mean, no? You want to save the world. You want to ask for help. Our answer is no.
Okay.
How did you... But why no? We see far away. We see deep inside. For a long time there has been just emptiness instead of the sky, but it does not stop us from seeing. Your saving of the world is one-sided and naive. Each person sees their own way of saving the world. That's why no one will ever join you. I mean, we have a bunch of people at camp that joined us.
That's a super metal thing to say.
Yeah. It's also wrong. We have an entire camp waiting for us, but...
Well, maybe she can't see that far. You ever think about that, Dick?
She only sees her world, which is the mountain, apparently. And when she decides to invade our path... Because she's a spider fan. She's a leg girl. There we go.
Maybe she was racing them.
Let's see here. Fine. I don't fully understand it, but tell me your version. What does save the world mean to you? My progeny and my kin, for them to be strong and to live, is part of the cycle of life and death. It is life itself. It is my world. I will kill you and feed your remains to my starving younglings, and life will go on. And how many lives does your blade give birth to by killing again and again? Only one. I don't want you or your children to die from starvation. Please try to see reason. No, I'm pretty sure she wants to feast on your flesh. Our flesh. Flesh of people.
Are we sure she's not a succubus?
Harpy's lore kind of depends on your world setting, which apparently Harpies in this world kind of eat whatever they come across. So, yeah. Also, I kind of like the harpy face design. See how it's like actually small feathers all across the face?
And some tickle bitties.
Yeah, but I actually like that face design for the harpy. Also, the goblins had a unique design too. They're very pointy and red. They weren't green. If my mission succeeds, harpies can have all the sky and all the hunting grounds they need. You realize that means they're going to hunt your camp, right? Like, I don't know if you want to exactly grant that. I can't feed my children with your beautiful words. It's time to say goodbye. Now,
That's the definition of a backhanded compliment.
yeah. Ah, the meta. We realize that we are becoming the evil god. By fixing one evil, I've become the source of another. And apparently we feel bad about it. There's no home for harpies except the highest mountains, but there's no food there. I can't imagine how they managed to survive if their mountain were cut from reality. But we brought it back.
Cannibalism.
We stacked a bunch of rocks on top of each other and made a mountain. Surely we can do it again. Here, I'll give them some meadows. There.
Sounds to me like they should be thankful.
There. I gave them meadows. I don't think that will give them much. Maybe some berries. Actually, if they're want our flesh, they're probably purely carnivores. So that probably did nothing. Probably pissed them off more, if nothing else. Okay. Vampire Mansion. Let's go and toss one right there, so we get some more with the spiders. Wow. Let's go ahead and throw that down there.
Boy, that is a tanky chest.
Well, the chest is actually getting hit for our damage to everything. We're attacking the vampire that whole time.
Spear?
Yeah, it doesn't do as much. The armor only gives some counter. Dang. Nothing good from the vampire chest combo. Now there's a counter. Oh, we had a ghost. Let's get vampires in here. Vampires with chests. And immediately obliterate the goblin camp.
Are the goblins super hard?
Oh. If they stack up, they do an absolute ridiculous amount of damage because they're very fast attacking. Also, I just noticed that we have a mimic.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
It's the evil chest, and it has vampirism.
That's just rude.
Okay, new shields. That's a lot more defense and vampirism. As far as the ring, we're looking for regen, evasion, vampirism. We have evasion,
Pretty much got it.
regen, but that gives us some defense.
I mean, that ring is basically the same as the top one, except defense instead of vampirism.
Yeah, and this one down here will lose the evasion, but we'll gain the vampirism, but we get a bunch more defense. So we'll kind of swap the stats between the two.
Gained overall.
So that was actually a very good drop. If we had more magic damage, these fights would go faster. That is regen. Now I'm going to equip that compared to the damage to all, because I feel like we need more sustain.
Well, and the damage to all isn't making that big a difference.
No, not really. We'll put another grove there, and we'll go ahead and set up another mountain spot here. Because yeah, we still two-shot stuff, and they have enough HP to where damage all wouldn't have made any difference there. Good spot for spiders. I guess here. So that maxes out and we get some in the other spot. But the blood grove coming in big. To where we don't always have to get those final shots off.
Just super evasion rings.
Yep. Which, the raw rings are not always bad. Because they give a ton. They're kind of like Diablo 2, and the base rings give a ton of a single stat. Which, you know, if you get a bunch of one stat that you really need, You don't need the other stats if you find on your other gear.
Gargoyle.
Yep. Artificial life. Hey, there's a tier 5 weapon.
Magic damage.
Yep. That'll help us tear through everything that much faster. Got more mountains and rocks. Alright. Oh, we have up there to still do. 4, 4. Okay, we'll see what we get here. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Oh, we got another stone when I placed that. I was wondering what I was hearing. And I'm just going to... As soon as I place these down, we're going to get a treasury. I already know it. 'Cause that's what's going to happen. That happens every time. Oh. Damage all on attack speed? Nah. Regen and evasion to sometimes not take damage, I think is better. As much as the attack speed would be nice. Blood Grove. Where would we like to put another grove, actually?
Might as well just keep with the theme and keep putting them up top.
I mean, you see this big hulking guy here? And how this one's shaking? When the grove eats enough people, you get these flesh golems. So put them in high traffic areas is what you want to do. Which, somewhere over here, or over here would be good as well. This place gets spiders. Let's get another one started right there. It won't get as much, but it'll... If we do enough loops, it'll get some more. Another blood grove. Nope. Both those are terrible.
The magic damage is the only reason to take it.
Well, just look how much faster we tear through these skeletons with that bit of magic damage. We do half their life now. Hey, there's the treasury. Yeah, let's put it up here. Rock. Put that there because then we can put a meadow there and get the blooming effect. As far as this, we can go ahead and put another hungry grove over here and start eating these spiders too. Oh, we have another goblin camp. Nope.
I'll live a little. Or goblins.
No, goblins don't get to have fun. Not yet. Hey, spiders. Meadows. There you go. It'd be hilarious if we could have spiders invade our actual camp area. Oh, this ring. Damage all and attack speed. No. If that had vampirism or a good chunk of life regen, might have considered it. Oh, that's a tier 6 axe. Good it's like higher damage, defense, and regen. But that gets rid of our magic damage, which is how we're able to cut through the undead. So I'm gonna have to say no.
tier 5 ring.
Yep. Attack speed, counter, and regen. Which that's double the attack speed, chance to just counter, which we don't have much attack speed anyway. And we only have 8% regen. Yeah, that's just a better ring. Equal
Magic
less
damage.
defense. It's only 2 though. Also, what's our current damage all? It's none. But if we combine these rings, well, we just put on the other ring.
Still, it might not be bad to just go the pure damage route. You would lose a little bit of defense, but you are not struggling right now.
Well, this will give me more defense as well, and base regen.
Right. So I'd go with the axe, the shield, and the ring. And then you'll have, like, pretty decent wave clear.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 7 damage all.
Well, you could put that ring on and go up to, what, 9?
Well, it'd only be 2 more, but we'd get rid of the regen, the attack speed, and the counter. Well, we get more attack speed.
I would almost do it. Because you still got the regen from the...
Yeah. Counter. Now we need that little bit of vampirism to heal. Yeah, we're about to summon the boss. We gain more vampirism, but we lose some attack speed. That's only 4% attack speed. Let's get the life. And here's the boss.
Jeez, that wave clear is pretty that.
Oh, ring.
Hey, magic damage and damage all.
Regen, vampirism, but we lose that sweet attack speed. But we get vampirism and regen.
I'd say that's probably worth it.
Yeah. Pop them both at the same time. Especially since we have so many enemies, it weakens them enough.
Well, and because you're hitting everything, you're also getting a big chunk of life back.
Yeah, it all adds up. That takes away our 7 damage all, so no. Listen to that music though. And I have... There we go, we'll complete that with the Vampire Mansion and get a treasury from a treasury. Alright.
Makes sense if you don't think about it.
Yep. Let's just put this out in the open. Tier 6 spear. We get counter, but we lose our extra defense. So now.
Yeah, that wave clear.
Yeah. So we're just gonna fill this in. Almost get completely filled in. That's another grove. Flesh golems give buku loot. Look at that.
Holy crap, dude.
I told you, they give crazy loot. Alright, let's go through this. Magic damage, defense, counter, and regen. No, that's worse. This thing actually does the same damage because the magic damage puts it up there. To the 30, to 22 to 30, so it actually does more. It has.
But you lose the defense for counter though.
Yeah.
I would still say no.
Then this, we lose a little bit of vampirism, but we get damage all and counter. And we get more.
I would say yeah, put that on.
And magic, we get defense, but we lose our vampirism.
What's that ring do? The spiky one off to the left.
Magic damage and damage to all. But
No,
it's not worth it.
you give up way too much.
Yep. And we'll put that right there. And we're going to finish off that treasury as well. Okay. Depending on what happens, we may or may not fight the boss. It depends where we're sitting at the end of this. Because we have a lot of guys to go through.
Still pretty healthy though.
Yeah. I'm trying to plop as much stuff down as I can. That way I get everything for walking over the stuff. But also, so we can get that regen. Because we need to try and keep our health up, because we don't get any health stuff. Then he has 2 Lich's Palaces, so let's go ahead and obliterate one of them. So the Lich's Palace, it empowers the boss. Every one he gets another 5% like life and damage. And of course we don't want him to have that. Also, we got a bunch of resources at the top here. It looks like we're going to be fairly healthy. Also, new weapon. Damage, counter, and regen. We lose out on defense. How? That's a third of our defense we'd be losing. If it wasn't a third of our defense, I'd be more open to it. But it's a third of our defense. We need a better shield. That's what we need. Okay.
There you go.
17 defense, regen, and vampirism.
That's insane defense.
Yep. I don't care if we lose some of that magic damage. That opens up our other stuff. So this is slightly under our max, but it gives attack speed and counter.
What's the other ring do?
Let's see here. We have attack speed, counter, evasion, vampirism. Or we have magic, defense, counter, vampirism. I like this one more than this ring, but is it better than our current?
I don't think so. I think the current one is still better.
I think going through the loop, we definitely want to keep this ring up here. Because it's going to clear out the mobs and sustain us. It's just demonstrably better. And let's get another mountain down. Hey dude, it's another treasury.
I think you actually tried to save the wrong spear though. Because the one that's in the top corner, I think, is the wrong one.
Yeah, I did.
Well, you asked for a shield.
Yeah, I got a shield. It's a good shield too.
5 more.
Yeah. 17% vampirism, but only 12 defense. See, if that vampirism was on that shield, I'd put it up there. 21 with 17% vampirism. That would have been the golden shield among those. They all just evaded my AoE attack.
What a bunch of germs.
Right? Hey, there's some rocks and mountains. We're right before the Lich. Oh. That's 9 magic damage and some defense.
Ton. I would almost take that, but put it on right before you fight the final guy.
Yeah.
Because you still have more than enough vampirism from the rest of your stuff.
Let's go ahead and put this here. So, technically I can run now and escape with all these resources, which that is a lot.
Go kill
But
him. I think you'll easily be able to do it.
But I think we can actually take the boss on. Alright, let's just toss all of these down here because we can. Because a bunch of why nots.
I'll bring it back.
Okay. I'm going to actually pause while you're gone. 1 sec. Alright, proceeding. We finally meet the Lich. Looks a lot like Sans. How is this even possible? That's right, you didn't devour me like the rest of the world. Haven't I? Do you really don't think so? What are you talking about? I'm standing right in front of you. I consumed all of your reality. Every one of its elements now rests in a separate pocket dimension. Spaces, living beings, information, even memories. They all shall remain there until entropy does its work, turning everything into a uniform static mass. Along with you, of course. You're insane. I mean, he has the plan and knows what he's doing. So what do we have here? I see you found a way to interact with other pieces of your reality, to organize, combine, and merge them. But how? I don't see any exceptional talent or knowledge in you. You hardly even understand what is happening, right? I'll tell you what's happening. Paul Bones is butchering my world and thinks he can get away with it. Wow, very upstarted. You're already doomed and you know it. Like, this thing just destroyed the whole world. Yeah, sure.
But you found a magic sword, so you're totally gonna win.
Technically axe halberg thing, and a ring. Perhaps you're just the first in a series of systematic errors, a problem I must learn to solve. Let's not waste any time then. Don't think you're capable of feeling regret, but I'm about to change that. I don't think so. Okay. So, Undead Cosmic has a soul researcher. Health and damage increased by 5% for every Lich's Palace at start of battle, which he did have one. So, our life and HP are both going down at relatively the same rate. That's not good.
Beaver might be better than the axe. With the attack speed and the option to counter. Although losing that health regen might hurt you in the long run.
Yeah, it's a little bit. But if we go with this, how we lose that HP regen. Granted, he's doing 100 something damage at a time. Hmm. I think the chance to just get a free counterattack might be worth it. He evaded! I got a counter there. Oh, a new day started. We just got 100-something HP. We did it! The new day possibly saved us there, because we got 122 HP when the day rolled over. Nonsense. This is impossible for so many reasons. I don't understand. Now put everything back like it was before. I can't. I've already completed my task, even if the result is not perfect. You are in no position to refuse a sack of bones. Wow. Our character is... yeah. Evil god.
At bargaining, honestly.
Kind of what?
Terrible at bargaining, honestly. Like,
yeah.
You've already beat him. What are you gonna do now?
Not like you can kill him because he's the only one that can reverse it on the country.
Like very terrible at negotiations. Very terrible at talking. Definitely is not a party face. You need to hire a party face. He's already received everything I could gather. I just want to see how our crusade against the universe would end. To witness what would come of it, my presence is no longer required. So he's part of a conspiracy to kill the universe. There's people over him. And he was a footnote, I guess. A minion to do it. Who is he? I get it. You're connected somehow, right? That's why. You will find out soon enough. This anomaly will not escape his attention. Now my explanations would be meaningless to you. I mean, you say that, but it would mean something to us, maybe not to you or he, quote unquote. So spare me your wheezing and just die. Why would you not want more information?
Like I said, really bad at negotiating.
Probably a paladin.
I don't know. Looks like it's a warrior. So just warrior that has very low intel wisdom. Just very low intel, actually. Maybe not wisdom, but very low intel. And charisma. If that sack of bones was telling the truth, I have a long journey ahead. I will build my whole world from scratch if I have to, and the skull of that monster will be the first brick in its foundation. I mean... yeah. Hey, they got us a new shield, though. My reward, a random resource assortment. So we got wood, stone, completed metal, food, some books, and whatever that is, which I have no idea. The books actually know if you let your resource cards fill out and you get more, they push off and become these scraps of memories, and 10 of them form a book. Now we can either stay or we could leave. Which I'm going to retreat so we get all these resources and we don't have a chance of dying. Also, build the camp. Everybody listen, the Lich is dead. The curse has been lifted. But... and they're like, what the hell are you talking about? What Lich? What curse? I believe you, of course, but I have no idea what you're talking about. You don't remember? The dead sorcerer? The one in a fur coat, holding a scepter, all shrouded in star nebulas, floating above the world on his shining wings and eating it piece by piece? That's a run-on sentence. That's strange. Everything looks the same around here. Why? I guess he's not the only reason for this darkness, then. The skeleton has mentioned him. Whoever he is, he must have something to do with the obliteration of the world. No.
They really ought to color coordinate the text so we can tell if somebody else is starting a new sentence or not.
The characters light up. So if this one's lit up, this one's darkened.
Ah, gotcha.
It
Still,
seems that...
color coordinating it wouldn't be bad either.
You know what I realized? If you're not coming through over the voice, it's going to sound like I'm talking to myself in some of these spots.
Yeah, you freaking psycho.
I mean, the audio is kind of showing that you are coming through, so I think it is. But just having this at the end, I am on voice chat with my wife and my brother. So I am talking to people in case it's not coming through. I didn't audio test this beforehand. It seems that I have no other option but to continue my expeditions. Yeah. Yes, we like to kill things. Very much so. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We can upgrade the field kitchen. That's what this green arrow means. By upgrading it, we get camp item slots, which means nothing because we don't have access to it, and I have no idea where we get access to that. So see what we can build. We can build a lot of stuff. So we get a refuge, which unlocks the rogue. We can get a gymnasium, ability to gain special traits after killing monsters in expeditions. Oh, so we can level up in expeditions. That would probably be the most worth it.
Well, obviously you need to go with the gym. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta pump it up.
Gotta get swole, bruh.
Herbalist hut, we get potions, which that would solve a lot of sustain. And smithy, we start with basic warrior gear. An ability to craft tools for the camp. But only if a supply depot is built. So, where's the supply depot? After the gymnasium. So, gymnasium. Let's build you really quick. So that's how it works. Instead of remembering something, you can just learn it again. That's a neat trick. Is that not how humanity functioned forever? You learn stuff? Although, I guess in this case, if you learn how to make this schematic, I guess you can just make the whole thing instantly. There's no ill intent. Without education, our world would be left to the savages. Ooh, that sounds a little racist. You could learn a few things, though. We could all get together and share our useful knowledge and skills. That sounds good. Find out what we have and what we may not, or what we may not know, but how would we know if we don't know that we're missing it? Yeah. Yay, time-space conundrums. Nah, I already know all I need to. Leave the learning to the kids.
Okay.
We're an idiot, apparently. Just a flat-out idiot. You didn't negotiate with the Lich, and now you're refusing to learn. Never stop learning. Always learn. You're a warrior, and you don't want to learn more battle tactics? Come on.
Really, really bad at negotiating.
Your first lesson. Learn to like learning. Yes, this person speaks wisdom. Smart. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Man, if I knew how to pull the South Park clip and put it in the editing, I would. Dum 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 dum. Your first lesson, learn to like learning. That would make life easier for both of us. Yes, it would. Let's see what we unlocked. We unlocked the cemetery. What's this? Passing the cemetery on expeditions grants you a piece of information. The f is a piece of information? God, I just swore.
Language.
Now I have to edit that out. Can resurrect the hero after an upgrade. Okay, I know nothing what that actually means. Supply depot. Unlocks the supply feature. So whatever we make, we get through this. From now on, you will begin to find useful artifacts for your people. Unlocks the ability to craft items. If you have the necessary buildings. Unlocks the runes card. So several things we want to upgrade. We need rocks, lots of the iron stuff, and wood. Rocks, wood. Okay. We're actually... Wow, we got a lot of food. Anyway.
Some morning.
Alright, this has been Sev, and... Oh, we can make an herbal set right now. I think I might just do that. Yeah. It's a miracle that we could find some fertile soil, and that we were able to save some seeds of precious healing herbs. You saved seeds from a obliterated world. You know what? If this person can just imagine things into existence, everyone should just describe things to them so they can imagine them into existence. That'd be the easiest way to solve all these problems. It's a miracle that we could find some fertile soil and that we were able to save some seeds of precious healing herbs. The real miracle is that all these healing pulses and bombs still have any effect. I can't want to say same instead of any. Yes, when the world's been turned upside down, them having the same effect is kind of nice.
Reading is hard, man. Don't take it too personal.
Yeah. We've already lost many people because of the cataclysm. It'd be nice not to lose more to disease. Reasonable people. And these potions can also help you. Take a bottle or two on your trip and your chances of getting back unharmed will be much higher. See? Smart people. Our character dumb.
Pretty much.
Anyway, this has been Sev. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later.